Okay, in a new chapter, that is runoff and inflows, we have to see the topic, that is hydrograph. As we know, the hydrograph or a unit hydrograph is a very important part in a runoff and floods. So what is the hydrograph? Is the graph showing the rate of flow, that is discharge, versus time. Whatever the flow or whatever the discharge of water is coming from the catchment area with respect to time. So this is the graph showing the discharge versus time past a specific point in a river or other channel or conduit carrying flow. It can also called as a graph showing the volume of water reaching particular outward. Okay, so hydrograph is nothing but it is the graph showing the rate of flow, that is discharge, versus time past a specific point in a river. Such hydrographs are commonly used in the design of sewerage, more specifically the design of surface water sewerage system and combined sewers. There are some parts of the hydrograph, and that component parts are rising limb, recession, that is falling limb, peak discharge, lag time, time to peak discharge. So as showing in the figure, you can see in figure, this is the hydrograph. Okay, so this is showing runoff or a discharge in a Cummins. You can see what is the highest point, it is denoted as peak discharge, and the left side, that is rising limb, and right side is a falling limb. Okay, so peak discharge is nothing but highest point of that discharge. Then it is divided in the peak rainfall and lag time. Okay, so in a rising limb, what is the peak rainfall is respective point, that is denoted by W, and the point from the peak rainfall to the peak discharge is a lag time. Okay, so as you can see in the diagram, W, X, Y, Z, these are the points where showing the discharge variation. Okay, the approach segment is there, the rising limb is there, falling limb is there, and W and W from point W to the point Z, this is a normal or a base flow is showing by the line. Okay, so we have to see what is each point is showing. So rising limb, what is a rising limb? The rising limb of hydrograph, also known as concentration curve, reflect a prolonged increase in discharge from a catchment area, typically in response to a rainfall event. Okay, so this is the increase in discharge, means maximum discharge from the catchment area. So as we see in graph, rising limb is a left part of graph. So recession, second point is a recession or a falling limb. The recession limb extends from the peak flow rate onward, the end of storm flow. Okay, that is peak flow or a direct runoff, and the return to the groundwater derived flow, that is base flow, is often taken as the point of inflection of the recession limb. Means falling limb represent the withdrawal of water from the storage built up in the basin during the earlier phase of hydrograph. So these are 2 points, that is rising limb and falling limb. Next is peak discharge. As we see peak discharge, the highest point on the hydrograph when the rate of discharge is greatest. Where water discharge is maximum, that point is called as a peak discharge. So peak discharge is the highest point on the hydrograph when rate discharge is greatest. Next point is a lag time. As shown in the hydrograph here, lag time is the interval from the center of mass of rainfall axis to the peak of resulting hydrograph, that is called as a lag time. Next is the time to peak. Time to peak is the time interval from the start of resulting hydrograph. Okay, and the discharge, it is nothing but rate of flow, that is volume per unit time, passing a specific location in a river or other channel. Okay, discharge is the rate of flow or volume per unit time. Now you can get this. Okay, the hydrograph is showing. So it is a in a two part, that is day 1 and day 2, and precipitation, that is in is given. What is precipitation? It is nothing but a rainfall. Okay, so whatever the discharge is there, then it is derived, and the maximum discharge, that is a peak discharge. Okay, so in the next, you can see our next point is a unit hydrograph. As an exam point of view, and as a concept wise, unit hydrograph is very important. So what is unit hydrograph, or what is the method of unit hydrograph? You can see the unit hydrograph usually consists of fairly regular lower portion that changes slowly throughout the year, and rapidly fluctuating component that represent the immediate response to the rainfall. Means it is a method to express the relation between time and the discharge by the graphical method. Okay, hydrograph, unit hydrograph is nothing but it is the graph between the time and discharge, and it is shown by the graphical method. The lower slowly changing portion is termed as base flow. The rapidly fluctuating component is called a direct runoff. Means the unit of time are hour and days or month, which are expressed on the x-axis. Okay, and the direct runoff, as we know, when rainfall is occur, the direct runoff is by percolating water in a quantity or a moisture. After that, whatever the runoff is flow on the earth surface is called as a direct runoff. You can see in the figure, this is a unit hydrograph. As you can see, on x-axis there is a time in a hour. So time is given from 0 to 30. It is in hour. And on a y-axis, you can see on a y-axis from 0 to 160. That is a discharge in per hour. Okay. So you can see this unit hydrograph, that is the unit of time depend upon the purpose and nature of study. That is, if study is confined to the discharge of water through flood, the unit will hour. Okay, and in case discharge through runoff is to be calculated, unit will be either month or year. So discharge is expressed in a meter cube second, and time is expressed in a hour. Okay, you can express in a different unit also, that is hour. Instead of hour you can take it day, instead of day you can take it in month. Okay, so unit hydrograph is nothing but presentation of time and discharge. Okay, so in a diagram you can see this is the base flow, this is the inflection point, and it is the graph which is in a curved direction, that is a direct runoff. And whatever the rainfall excess or rainfall losses are there, it is showing. Okay, so you can see it, what is the presentation of unit hydrograph. Okay, so excess rainfall unit and duration of that excess rainfall is in a next point. Okay, so here we go for the next is the amount of runoff resulting from one unit, that is 1 centimeter, 1 millimeter, 1 foot, etc. of rainfall excess, is essentially a tool for determining the ऐक ना मेरे अकॉर्डिंग Okay, so the amount of runoff resulting from one unit, that is centimeter, mm, feet, etc. of rainfall exists. So is essentially a tool for determining the direct runoff response to rainfall. As we know, rainfall is occurs, runoff will be there. So direct runoff, how can we determine the direct runoff? Is the with the help of unit hydrograph. Once you know the watershed's response to one storm, you can predict what it is its response for another will look like. Okay, so there are some basic assumptions in this unit hydrograph. So as we know, unit of precipitation and intensity of excess precipitation are the controlling parameters. So there are some basic assumptions are considered for the unit hydrograph, and that are the here. First one is the effective rainfall is uniformly distributed within its duration. First assumption is the effective rainfall, whatever the rainfall will be there, uniformly distributed within its duration on a particular duration. The effective rainfall is uniformly distributed over the whole drainage basin. Whole drainage basin is like a catchment area. So effective rainfall is uniformly distributed over the whole drainage basin. The base duration of direct runoff hydrograph due to an effective rainfall of unit duration is a constant. The ordinates of DRH are directly proportional to the total amount of DR to each hydrograph. For a given basin, the runoff hydrograph due to given period of rainfall reflect all the combined physical characteristics of basin, that is time invariant. So you can see here procedure for derivation of unit hydrograph from hydrograph. So type 1 is there, that is derivation of unit hydrograph from given DRH or a flood hydrograph. In a typical 6-hour storm, this is the example. In a typical 6-hour storm, 4 centimeter excess rainfall is occurring. So the flow recorded in the catchment as shown in the below. So derive a unit hydrograph for 6-hour storm. Assume base flow. Base flow is given, that is 100 cubic meter per second. Means time is given as shown in diagram. Time is given in an hour, and observed hydrograph, that is meter cube per second, that is discharge, is given from 0 to 66 in hour. 0 to 66, the discharge is given as 100, 300, 700, 1000, 800, 600, 400, 300, 200, 100, 100. Okay, respectively. So time is with the gap of 6 hours. Okay. So here we proceeding for next is solution. So what is the solution? That is step 1, compute DRH. So DRH you can calculate is equal to ordinate of flood hydrograph minus base flow. So computing 6-hour unit hydrograph, so you can get this ordinate of UH, that is unit hydrograph, is equal to ordinate of direct runoff hydrograph divided by excess rainfall. So here is putting this data like this 0, 6 time in hour. So with the gap of 6 hour, 0, 6, 12, 18, 24 up to 66. Observed hydrograph, what is a given data is there, putting this 100, 100, 300, okay, up to 60, 66, it is 100 with the variation, okay, you can see in a table. Then from the direct runoff hydrograph, DRH, as we calculated, so it is like this, ordinates of flood hydrographs minus base flow. So minus doing calculations, you get the DRH, that is direct runoff hydrograph, in a meter cube second. You get the values of DRH, and ordinates of hydrograph is by the calculation of this, you can get the ordinates of unit hydrograph. Okay. So the maximum value, that is a 225. I mark it with the star. That is 225 is the peak. Okay. So